So ISIS stepping up its propaganda war with the beheading of American Peter Kassig. But this time, there are some major changes from their previous execution videos. There's no final statement by Kassig. The video lasts much longer than the others. And the terrorists don't show another hostage facing death as they have in the past. Ryan Mauro is a security analyst with the Clarion project, and he's here to decipher what that all means. Good to see you again, Ryan. So let's start with the fact that they don't have the American woman that they still have captive sitting next to Kassig like they have in the past videos, almost taunting the Western world to say, hey, look, this person's next to go.
Right, there's two possible reasons. The first could be that they're actually scared of a backlash, having a woman in one of these videos. Because believe it or not, when I look at their communications on Twitter, they argue that they're fighting for women's rights. They actually are trying to fight back against this depiction of them as having no morals and being inhumane. The second reason may just be logistics. What if she's being held in a different location from where that film was taking place, and so moving her would have overly complicated the production.
Okay, what about the fact that the kneeling process does not take place and there's no statement from Kassig?
I think it means that he resisted. I think it means that he understood what was about to happen, and so he resisted, and they didn't want that to be seen for the whole world to see, because that would obviously undermine what they're trying to do by saying, look how strong we are, look at how we make Americans bow to our knees. And one of the other big messages from this video is really that they're trying to tell their constituents that they are implementing end times prophecy. The specific location where the atrocity took place is a reference to an Islamic prophecy where there'd be this final battle between the non-Muslim world and the true Muslims, leading to their ultimate victory. And
because that is the coming of what they believe in Christianity to be Christ, right?
Right. They believe that this messianic figure called the Mahdi will come in and bring them victory, so it doesn't matter how superior their enemies are. And they do believe in a twisted version of Jesus, one that comes and gives them victory and implements Sharia.
Okay, now, also happening today, a UN report describes that the ultraviolent behavior of ISIS is part of a strategy, is all part of a strategy to cement power, saying, quote, by publicizing its brutality, the so-called ISIS seeks to convey its authority over its areas of control, to show its strength to attract recruits, and to threaten any individuals, groups, or states that challenge its ideology. This report coming from the UN, which, you know, sometimes people think can be relatively blasé and their actions blasé, they're basically warning the world, are they not?
Right. They are worried about not just the world's reaction, but the reaction of the people that they've conquered. They don't want them to rise up. So the subtle message here, or not so subtle, is if you rise up, this will be your fate as well. And this video is exceptionally violent. Usually when they do the beheadings, they won't show the full act. This is the first time I'm aware of where they actually did show all of it, and they dramatize it. They wanted everyone to see it and be revolted.
And what does it say about the so-called random acts of violence on behalf of ISIS, like the lone wolf? The report seems to say that this is not random at all.
It's not random because there's a common denominator here. It's always about the ideology, this belief that they are supposed to fight to implement Sharia around the entire world, including in the United States. We saw this in this video as well. They highlighted Italy and Spain, saying that our caliphate includes those countries. So the common thread here is an ideology. It's not just someone losing their mind who would have been a mass murderer anyway and then carrying out an attack. There's a common thread.
All right. Ryan Mauro, thanks for the expertise.
Sure.
And we have another Fox News Alert.